Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. This is Coach Yoann. I am glad you're here. Today, this is another episode of the basics of day trading, and today we are going to talk about gaps. Let's go. Okay guys, so you should be able to see my screen here. This is SPX on the daily time frame, excuse me. We're gonna talk about gaps, but before I show you some example, let's talk about the definition of it and let's keep it simple and sexy. So what is a gap? Well, a gap is a sharp imbalance in the stock market or in a financial instrument specifically that causes a legit gap on your chart, like an empty space. So what does it do? How does it open? Blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about this now. So you gotta tell me, yes, well, trading is all about imbalances. And you're right, because if you think about it, if there was, let's say on SPX, if there was a ton of buyers and not much sellers, obviously the SPX price is going to rise and go up. Now, if there is a ton of sellers and not enough buyers, well, we're gonna have the SPX price to come down and fall, right? So that is an imbalance. But the difference with a gap is that it's a sharp imbalance, but eventually occurs after hours. So let's go into some example here. I drew one right here. So let's go back in time. That was over here. That candle is on a daily. That is June 9th, 2022. As you can tell, we are going lower and lower and lower, and so much lower that after hours we had a gap created. So we closed that candle on June 9th, 2022 at 4,021 and some change, and we open at 3,973. Okay, so that is a gap of what? What did I say? 4,011? No, that's not 4,016, right? Approximately to 75. So it's about like $40. Let's call it $40, whatever it is. Right? So that's what happened here. 40, $50 actually. But anyway, so that's what happened here. So what does this mean? Well, we close lower and we open even lower. Now there was another gap over here. Let me draw this like this. Boom. From here to here, right? That's another gap. So that's an empty space, correct? And to tell you the truth, those are actually my favorite thing to trade. Actually, that's not true. Bear flags are my favorite thing to trade. But that's definitely on my top 5 things to trade is a gap. Why? Because a gap happens and then eventually it must get filled. So what does this mean? Well, it means that eventually the price must come back to fill that empty space. So in that example, that bar here, that green bar that you see on the chart SPX right now, fill that price here. Now this one is still open technically if you are here as of June 28th, 2022. Then we go back lower, go back higher, go back lower, go back higher, and then eventually here it started to get partially filled. Not even actually, yeah, it did get partially filled on here, July 21st, 2022, and then fully filled, not even here, but later on, 3-4 days later, as of July 27th. So a few things to know about gaps. First, they are dangerous. Because obviously if a gap happens and let's say you were long, you guys know what long means now, you were long over here, you close, you're like, oh, we I don't know, we went down so much today that I think they're gonna go back up, so let me buy some options, bullish option for the day after, whatever it might be. Yeah, and a gap down happen, that might hurt you very badly, right? Not you physically, but mentally for sure, and your wallet 100%. So you want to make sure to be careful on that, right? Same thing here. If you go long and you're like, oh, we went down so much for the past few days, we're gonna go back up, and you went long at the close of that candle here, the close of that day, oh gosh, I hope you did not, right? Because your wallet will be suffering big time again. So gaps are dangerous because if you're on the wrong side of it, that will destroy your premium, that will destroy you if it's just a stock, because the price of the stock will go lower, etc., or higher if you're short and you're on the wrong side of it. So now that's the downside. The good side of it is if you're on the right side of it. So let's say, go back to that example, we are, I don't know, this candle here, June 8th, 2022, and you're like, you know what, I think the market is gonna crash, whatever it might be, I'm gonna buy something crazy, I'm gonna buy the 3,700 2 months away for my price, for my expiration, and 3,700 premium strike price, okay? So I don't know, you buy, I'm talking about options here, so you buy like 1 or 2 contracts, and suddenly within 3-4 days, you're there. And your strike was 2 or 3 months away, like we said earlier, right? You made bank right there because you're on the right side of it. I mean, it is the best thing you can do right there, right? So everything went your way, not only your way, but we gap it down to go even faster your way. So that is absolutely beautiful. So long story short, what you want to do is you want to be on the right side of the gap. Now, how do you know? You can't know, right? There is some indicators that can help you. You know, I started to make some videos about this, the MACD, the RSI, that can give you an idea about where we are going, but it's not 100% sure. We can go, all new indicators can tell you we're going higher, and then suddenly we gap down out of nowhere just because a geopolitical event news in the US or whatever it might be happened, and everybody freaked out and sold, and then next thing you know, we're about to go higher and we just fell, right? Fall down. So, and that hurt you. So there is no way to know. What I do like to play gaps is when they're about to get filled. So that's my strategy on this. But I don't want to tell you all my strategy about it. So if you want to know more about it, please feel free to go on coachyouann.com and book your one-on-one with me, and we can talk more about gaps and how to play them to when we're about to get filled or something. So I'm happy to help you with that. And coachyouann.com, and comment on that video as well if you want to, and like and subscribe and share that video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.